This is Pilates for Cyclists, all about breath, control, and moving with intention. This flow is designed with space for you to focus on your breath and your form so you can really lock into that mind-muscle connection. Grab light dumbbells if you've got them, but you can do all of this with just body weight. Let's go. All right, let's get this warmed up with some nice gentle movements. Hands above the head, keeping the shoulders in line with your hips as you get into some nice side bends. All right, one hand down next to you. Draw the other arm up and over your head. Again, keeping that nice tall spine, and we're gonna alternate arms. Make sure you're taking some nice, deep, slow breaths. And moving on, let's go ahead and sit back, leaning all the way back. Hands above your head. Bring those hands up to meet your toes and hinge at the hips. Slowly bring it back down to the mat and crunch, bringing it back up, trying to keep your legs flat against the mat. All right, lean back as far as you can, core engaged, and let's get some nice torso rotations. Let's test yourself this week and see how far you can lean back. Okay, go ahead, lean right back on your back again, extend your foot to the sky, and then alternate legs, making sure you get a nice tug with each time you bring that leg up towards you. Lifting your shoulders above the mat, getting a little core engagement as we pull those hamstrings. Let's sit back up with control, back into tabletop position, shoulders right above your hands, knees below your hips. And let's get some bird dogs, raising your right arm with left leg and so on. Do your best not to rock back and forth and keep your breathing nice and steady. Go ahead and switch your finger placement, point them towards your knees and start to rock back and forth. You can always skip this if it's too difficult for you, if it puts too much strain on your wrists. But you can still get that rocking motion in. All right, hands back to neutral, moving into a plank position, but lift your hips to the sky. Deep breath in, exhale, drop the hips. And we're gonna alternate bringing the hips to the sky and back down to plank. Nice, steady flow. All right, back to seated, and it is time to grab your weights. First up, we have crunch fly leg extensions. So you're gonna be flat on your back, lower back pressed against the floor, knees bent, and you're going to alternate which heel touches the mat. And when you bring one leg up, you're gonna put those dumbbells behind your leg. Make sure your shoulders are lifted off the ground. And squeeze the core. Try your best to get that heel tapped on the floor. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. You got 8 more seconds. Next up, we have glute bridge pullovers. So you're going to be in a glute bridge position. Heels right at the end of your middle fingers when you reach to touch them. Dumbbells above your head. And as you lift the dumbbells up and over, bring your butt to push the ceiling away. When you bring the dumbbells back down over your head, make sure your lower back is pushed into the mat. That makes sure your core is engaged the whole time. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Make sure you feel like you're pushing something away from you. And also keep your knees in line with your hips. Up next, we have side plank raise with a press. So you're going to be up into a side plank with your top leg raised. And while you raise up, push the dumbbell towards the ceiling. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Try not to rock forward or back. Keep your down elbow right underneath your shoulder. Try exhaling on the down phase and inhaling as you bring it back up. All right, same movement. We're just gonna switch to the other side. Let's go. Remember to keep that down elbow right underneath your shoulder. And no rocking. You're almost there. Keep it going. Okay, we got plank leg kick. You can be on your elbows if you'd prefer to do your plank on your elbows. You're going to alternate lifting your leg as high as you can get it. Do your best not to let your hips rock side to side. Keep a nice, stable posture. Envision a glass of water in between your shoulder blades. Make sure you don't spill it. If you're on your hands, make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. If you're on your elbows, make sure your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Don't let your hips raise to the ceiling. Keep that nice and low. Great. Now we have fire hydrant row. You're going to grab those dumbbells, do a fire hydrant with one leg, and the opposite arm, you're going to do a row. Keeping the elbow narrow, bringing the dumbbell right up to your hip crease. Lift that opposite leg with the knee bent as high as you can get it. Focus on squeezing the glute in the high phase. And again, no rocking. Ten seconds to go. Same movement, just the other leg and the other arm. Keep that elbow narrow like you're trying to elbow the ceiling. Don't forget to squeeze your glute as you lift that leg up high. Up next, we have a curl, press, uncurl, and then sit back down. So if that is too much on your knees, you can do this whole move seated or standing. You're just gonna curl, push the dumbbells to the ceiling, and bring them back down. If you're doing the movement like I am, make sure you squeeze your glutes as you push the dumbbells up to the ceiling. Make sure you're not swinging the dumbbells to get yourself back up. Next, we have bird dog, but with dumbbells. So you're going to raise your left arm and your right leg, kicking the wall away from you and pushing the other wall away from you with your arm. Do your best to keep stable. Focus on nice, slow, strong, and intentional movements. Next up, same movement, just switching sides. All right, round 2, we're back to crunch fly leg extensions. Press that lower back against the floor, raise your shoulders off of the floor, and alternate your leg that you tap down. Keep those dumbbells up and raised off the floor. Glute bridge pullovers. And when you set this up, make sure your heels are right where your middle fingers would be if you were to reach down and touch your heels. Keeping your arms straight, bring them up and over, and push your hips up. Keeping your knees in line with your hips. Side plank, raise and press. Elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Imagine yourself in between two panes of glass. You are nice and straight and stable. Not able to rock forward or back. Switching sides. Let's go. Okay, let's get into your plank position that you prefer. Elbows or hands down. And we're going to raise each leg, alternating the side. Don't let your hips raise up too far. Remember, strong, intentional movements. Go with slow and controlled instead of speed. Just because you can get a bunch done doesn't mean it's going to do you any good. All right, we got the fire hydrant row. Remember that glass of water? Don't let it spill. Put the dumbbell in your other hand and get ready to raise the other leg. Next, we got our curl to press. And remember, you can do this either sitting or standing if it's too much for your knees. Squeeze your glutes when you push those dumbbells up towards the ceiling. Remember, quality over quantity. Don't speed through these. And next we got bird dogs. Be mindful of your rocking. No rocking back and forth. And for the final round, we're back to our crunch fly leg extensions. Glute bridge pullovers. Keeping your arms straight, bring them up and over, and push your hips up. Keeping your knees in line with your hips. Side plank, raise and press. Elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Imagine yourself in between two panes of glass. You are nice and straight and stable. Not able to rock forward or back. Switching sides. Let's go. Okay, let's get into your plank position that you prefer. Elbows or hands down. And we're going to raise each leg, alternating the side. Don't let your hips raise up too far. Remember, strong, intentional movements. Go with slow and controlled instead of speed. Just because you can get a bunch done doesn't mean it's going to do you any good. All right, we got the fire hydrant row. Remember that glass of water? Don't let it spill. dumbbell in your other hand and get ready to raise the other leg. Next, we got our curl to press. And remember, you can do this either sitting or standing if it's too much for your knees. Squeeze your glutes when you push those dumbbells up towards the ceiling. And remember, quality over quantity. Don't speed through these. And next we got bird dogs. Be mindful of your rocking, no rocking back and forth. All right, back to bird dogs, but the opposite sides. Ten seconds, and then we get to cool it down. 3, 2, 1. You did it. And let's cool it down. We're gonna start in a split stance with some nice hip openers and lean forward into that front knee. And if you're feeling into it, get that nice twist. Go ahead and switch legs. Let's get the twist. Going back down to seated. And let's go ahead, stretch those legs out, one leg over the other, and get a nice tall spinal twist. Let's switch sides. Release, and let's prepare to lay on our backs. Bringing both knees up, give them a nice squeeze, and let's start rolling on our backs. Release one leg, stretch it out. And pull that other one towards you. Switch. All right, let's bring it back up to seated position. Thank you so much for flowing with me, and I'll see you on the bike.